What's up guys, it's Phil, and it's time for another update. So this week I wanted to talk a little bit more about scheduling and how you kind of set yourself up. Really, there's no actual key to it. Obviously, the biggest thing is to have a plan. Read any self-help book or any business book out there, and they're going to tell you that. That's not something I'm good at doing. I'm not good at planning. I'm not good at setting up schedules and doing all of these things. So the easiest thing that I've found, and this works for me, this may not work for you, but there's a lot of apps out there that you can use. Now, my app of choice is actually the Google Calendar. The reason being is because I do a lot of my business from Google as the platform. It's my email, it's where my business account for the local stuff is so that I actually show up on Google Maps. It's where I do all my proposals through Google Docs because I don't have a good word processor anymore on my computer, and I can email directly from the app. I can also pull up both apps directly on my phone, so if I need to see the client's information and I don't have it, I can pull it up right there in either the calendar or the Google Docs app. The neat thing is with Google Calendar, I can go on and when somebody's Facebook messaging me, I can pull it up on my phone, I can talk to them, when are they available, sure, send me your email address, phone number, and all that, and we'll get you on the calendar. Great, here it is, cool, what time, boom, boom, done. I can copy and paste their information into the calendar, boom, it's done. I can copy and paste that stuff into Google Docs, and I now have all of their information on a document in Google. I have their information and a little blurb on my calendar in Google Calendar, and then they're confirmed through Facebook, and that works out pretty well. I had a client that I was going to go meet this morning, and then a delivery to make. Turns out the delivery was a lot farther away than I originally thought. That was my fault. And then I had another consultation while I was out, and then one this afternoon. Now my one this afternoon has rescheduled for Wednesday. That's fine. And then the other ones had no problem just bumping things back. And that actually worked out really well because having Google Calendar, I always put in the notes section the name of the client, what their project is, and what we're going to be talking about, and their phone number, and then their address is saved in there as well. So I can just pull it up, click it, it'll immediately go to my GPS, I can go to their place. If they're not there, if I'm at the wrong place or I can't find it, I have their phone number, click it, it immediately calls straight through the headset. That's great. I also have their name because I'm really terrible with names and faces and I don't remember anybody's name ever. So I can look at it and go, oh, it's this person. And we're going to be talking about barn doors, or we're going to be talking about a built-in or a dining table or whatever that's already in my notes. That is my preferred method, and if you have other methods, hey, go for it. I'm not the kind of person that can keep up with some of the other apps because Google has such a large integrated platform, and I can do it all from my smartphone, which I tend to find myself in a space where every single time there's a crisis, the only thing I have available is my phone. So a lot of times it's just better if I can just do everything clicking back and forth between the apps and not have to go on to my computer or call somebody or do all the other stuff that I cannot do from a windy pickup truck with no air conditioning. If you watched my update last week, you know that the barn doors that I'm working on here are not getting delivered this week, and that really sucks because that was what I had scheduled mentally for myself. That's how I was getting paid this week. That's not good because again, I'm not still recovering, but I was recovering from the family trip and the money we'd set aside for that. And so now, just keeping the business in the black and keeping everything rolling, that's kind of annoying because I needed to keep things going and I don't have anything that's going to be completed this week at all. I already know that. I am starting some new projects, so hopefully I can knock those out pretty quick, and I have gotten really fast. I noticed lately that since about January, I've really improved my own speed. I don't know how, I don't know what I did, but that was a personal goal of mine, was to just kind of rock things through and just keep things going so that I can go ahead and put things out faster. Good news is, from the consultations this morning and the consultations I had on Friday, I've gotten a lot of deposits. So my calendar is starting to get full. My chalkboard is filling up. I've got a bunch of papers nailed into the wall so that I know exactly what I'm doing for each thing. It's not a super high-tech process, but it's what works for me, and I don't really care because this old barn is just fun. It is supposed to storm today, so I'm planning on being trapped inside. My air conditioner back here decided that there's way too much humidity in the air and it is condensating all over the place, so I have to deal with that as well. And I'm getting started late. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the next project, and this project is really cool. It is a dining table and a wet bar. Now the wet bar is kind of a modern industrial or farmhouse industrial, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's got some black pipe across the back, and then it's gonna be a farmhouse style bar. And the dining table is going to be a similar trestle style, but just my traditional table. Alright, so I'm on my way out right now. I just got a message from some guy on Facebook that my wife found, and he is trying to clear out all of this oak that he's got, like oak slabs. I don't really know the condition of them, but he's willing to barter and give me a whole bunch of it for doing some work for him, like building a bed and a coffee table. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out there and go pick up as much of it as he'll let me have, and probably use some of it for some other project. So let's get, I just figured I'll just go check it out and see what it is. This is fun. It's pouring rain yet again. I'm actually out here at the shop after hours. It's like 7:45, 8 o'clock right now. I've got a lot left to do, and I'm getting really stressed out because ironically what I wanted to focus on this week was scheduling, and that is what I've completely blown out of the water. So maybe it's perfect for this video. Now, this happens to me from time to time. Things back up, I got new stuff coming in, I got old stuff going out, I got a lot of things happening at the same time, and it always seems to happen when it's raining. So it's like I have less room to do more stuff and don't have the time to do it, and that's usually when I'm not making deliveries, which is when I need to make money. It all ends up falling on itself. It's Murphy's Law, I believe is what they call it. One of the things that I've learned working for myself and working out of a relatively small shop is that one of the best ways for me to get things done and get things done quickly and on time is to just focus on one thing. I am the type of person who does not do that very easily. There's a fly bumping into the light, case in point. Tomorrow, I'm going to focus, I'm going to get up and go do the air conditioner, I'm going to go get some wood filler on the way home, and I'm going to get to work on tabletop, table bases, and be done with those, then worry about the polyurethane on that piece, maybe worry about painting something else, I don't know. But I get distracted doing other goofy stuff. I'll stop and make a pen if I really need to just blow off some steam. But my schedule has been blown out of the water 2 days already this week. So that's my plan for tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'm under a extremely severe thunderstorm warning. I've gotten 3 notifications on my phone for deadly storms, flash flooding, and high winds, I think is what the third one was. But let me show you, it's bad enough. The wind is coming in so hard that my furnace is leaking, which is crazy. You know, but that happens. I mean, my wood shop is an old barn, so I'm not super concerned about it. The one concern I did have was my new air conditioner that I installed yesterday. So I've got some water coming in, but I managed to fix the condensation. Woo! That was bad. I managed to fix the condensation, I think. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Oh, hey, buddy. Yoshi, did that scare you? Did that scare you? Hey, guy. No. It's pretty bad out there, but I'm just gonna keep working. I'm just building table bases today, so I'm not like worried about anything. I can be inside in the shop. I don't have to wear a dust mask today. I am working on a skateboard. I'm refilling some of the epoxy resin where it didn't fully get down into the holes. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out. I'm not super familiar with resin, so, you know, it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, being from Florida, I love this kind of weather. Honestly, I do. I kind of missed it. I'm a little nervous because this happened last year while I was out of town and my shop actually got hit by lightning and I lost all electricity, blew up a couple of tools and burned up my stereo and my battery chargers and all that, so. So I'm hoping that this will pass at least without causing any major damage or electrical issues. Anyway, I'm gonna get to work. Oh my God, dude. Wow. Alright, it is 9 o'clock at night. I am going inside because I've stained a bunch of crap, I've polyed a bunch of crap, and I'm done for the night. I do tend to like to stay out here late, and there are times it'll be 11:30 and I just realized, oh, I should probably go to bed. That will cause you to burn out. So if you're like me and you like to work into the night and just have some fun, put on the radio and just have a good time, okay, that's awesome, but after a while that can be problematic. So it's a good idea to set a parameter for yourself. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and go inside, but I'm gonna get up early tomorrow and then I'm gonna be done at 5:45 tomorrow. It clicks, I'm done, I'm out, I'm going home. It's Monday, which means it's now delivery day for those barn doors finally. So I've got to get those things all loaded up and ready to go. I've got to get my drill bits and tools ready, and then we can head out to the client's home. so I got everything upstairs. It is hot. It was hot all morning, but it is really hot trying to bring these things up through a swirly staircase and up to a bonus room up here. So they got the ACs on because it's hot. But to start, this is the doorway that I'm going to be doing. 2 barn doors meet up nice and flat in the middle, so at my shop they were straight and flush and didn't have a gap, so hopefully that's still true today. First thing I'm going to do, get my stud finder and get up there and try and figure out exactly where the studs are. I always like to mount my header directly to the studs first and then mount the track to the header. It just makes it a lot simpler, and that way you're not trying to line up the track with the studs and all that stuff. And I never want to put a track into drywall because these doors do move a lot, and so it makes me nervous, so I'd just rather not do that at all. So I'm gonna get up there, find the studs, screw the header into place, and then I'm gonna stack the doors on some wood and get them up in the proper position and try and mark where the wheels are supposed to go. So I don't want to move too far away from these things because they're just standing there, and I've had doors fall on me before. So I've got these up. They line up perfectly. There's no gap. I mean, you have to stick your eyeball on there just to see through the gap. They fit bigger than the casing, which is what I designed them to do for privacy reasons. And they fit perfectly right up top. So I should be able to hang the track right at the top of the header there and hang the hangers over it. I've put down that tread. Let me show you that. So I put down this template here, and it's a 5/8 thick piece of pine. It's super flat, super nice, super thick, and super dry. So I know it's nice and straight and flat, and it's good for this kind of purpose. I had some extras with me, but I didn't actually end up needing them because then that would put the door a little too high for my liking. So I'm going to try this, and if for any reason it doesn't work, I can always adjust it later. But I don't like adjusting barn doors, so I hope that that's going to work. So I'm going to check for level and make sure that the doors are level, make sure the doors are also standing level and not slightly cockeyed, because that would be embarrassing. And then from there, I'm going to actually mount the track first to make sure the doors are going to fit tightly underneath it, and then mount the hardware on those. So the downside is I've now closed myself in here, so I hope it doesn't get too hot, but we'll see what happens. To remember before getting this door up there is your stoppers. Now, if you have this style stopper where it slides all the way down, put these on the track now. I always forget that, and I feel like an idiot when I get the track up and then I'm like, oh, I now have to take the track down again to put these things back on. So while it's on the floor behind me here, I'm going to go ahead and slide 2 on this way on this side and 2 on this way on that other side, and that's going to ensure that they're already in place when I go to bolt this thing into the wall, and then I can adjust them later. Oh hey, look what I did. See, this is over here, and there's a bolt here that I'm putting in, and there's a bolt here that's already in. This is supposed to be here. Just goes to show you even the best plans. Also, I forgot my driver bit, so I get to crank every one of these by hand. Joy. Actually, I get to uncrank and then recrank both of these and then do all the rest of those. Ridiculous. So I'm at a crucial step right now. One of two things is going to happen. Either I'm going to undo these clamps and this thing is going to be hung properly and glide perfectly and be excellently level, or I'm going to have to start over adjusting everything. I'm hearing some creaking. We got the air conditioners on because it's hot in here, so sorry for the noise, but I came home and there was a whole bunch of packages here. That's awesome because that means my chairs and bar stools for the tables that I'm working on right now are here a week early. So I'm really, really happy about that. That's pretty freaking awesome. That was really loud thunder. Hold on. You wanna come inside? Did that freak you out? There you go. Hey, buddy. So anyway, apparently I've got another storm coming in. It looks really, really bad on the radar, so I'm just kind of hunkering down in here, which is cool, because apparently I got some chairs and stuff to put together that I didn't know I had today. So I just finished up those barn doors. I'm finishing up another tabletop replacement. That should actually be done tomorrow and hopefully delivered on the 5th. And then, other than that, just got this bar and dining table and chairs and stools set to do. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. I got 3 new deposits today. So I am, as of now, booked up until my Thanksgiving push starts, which is like the end of August. So that's pretty awesome for me. That's gonna be money in my pocket, hopefully, but we'll see. So the only other thing I've got to do today, other than that, is I have to make a video on how to turn a bottle stopper. I've not done it before, so it's going to be one of those like learn with me videos, but definitely check that out because it's going to be fun and I'm sure I'm going to mess it up, but yeah, so I got to get to work. If you can call that part work, this part's going to be work because it's just long and tedious and boring putting stuff together, but making the video is, you know, work. Turning bottle stoppers, having fun. So check this out. I came out this morning and there were guys leaving. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I have a roof. Oh my gosh. Or a ceiling, I guess is what it's called. So this is crazy. I mean, they were here and gone in less than 2 hours. I didn't even know they were here until they were leaving. And now I have a ceiling. So the cool thing is that my air conditioner now is going to keep this place a heck of a lot cooler than it was. The only downside is I lost a lot of my shelving storage up there and over here because without a ceiling I was just putting stuff up there, and now I gotta find a place for all this wood and stuff. This guy's afraid of the nail guns. He's sitting here acting all pitiful. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna pet you. Okay, I'll pet you. Okay, I'll pet you. Good boy. again for watching, guys. I know this video was a little long, but I just had a lot that I wanted to show you guys with the installs that I had last week over the 4th of July holiday. Please feel free to comment below. I really want to know what you guys want to see and what you want to hear me talk about. So please comment below and tell me if you have any questions or if you have anything in particular as far as professional woodworking and running a business. If you have any questions, I would love to give you my take on it and just kind of see if I can help you. So make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Comment if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything like that. And definitely make sure to hit that follow button so that you get updates. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.